Hey, welcome to the Soulful Psychic Use, guys. So, in case you're not aware and you're wondering why you're not seeing my mug, I about once a month I take 2 or 3 days off, just back away from the whole YouTube, whole everything, just to get some perspective, clear my mind a little bit. So today I'm making a lot of videos. I'm making 6 videos altogether today just for Healing Truth. So I'm going to do the Monday video, our weekly video as well today. And I just, it's just a matter of me taking care of myself in order to take care of other people. So I have not, I'm waiting till tonight to shower. I'm just, because ADHD, dude, it takes a lot for me to get in the shower. It takes a lot of energy for me to get in the shower. I have to talk myself into it and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, anywho, I'm going to do that tonight. So you're not going to see my mug for this video, and you may, I don't know. I was kind of hoping not to make any videos tomorrow at all because I have laundry, and I also have a personal reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do those. For yourself, I also do pet readings. Pets that are with you or no longer with you, I do those as well. I kind of prefer those in person, the pet readings. So we would do that over Zoom, and you can get a personal reading over Zoom or pre-recorded, okay? That information is in the description box. So we would use the healingtruthtarot@gmail.com email address to email me. I don't really look at I don't look at my email that's attached to the Soulful Psychic. It just makes it easier on me to use the same email for both channels. So anywho, so if you now this is readings without the politics. Healing Truth Tarot, if you're new here, is the political channel with way more subscribers. Okay, and we do pretty good for ourselves. We're a little community. We're a family. We support one another. Okay, and we do that here as well. So please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're liking the videos at all. I keep them kind of short and sweet. I shoot from the hip. I don't mince my words, and I just want you to feel comfortable here. Okay. All right. So you might hear background noise. My window is closed, but because the air conditioner is in the window, a lot of noise still seeps through my air conditioner. Entertainment purposes only, use, guys. All right. Oh, so we're going to use the Ethereal Bloom deck for our weekly forecast. What was that? So nice. So the 10th through the 17th. 10th through the 17th, okay? So again, I'm pre-recording early so I can treat myself to some days off. Readings, videos of my readings will be scheduled, so we won't miss a reading for the week, okay? Okay. Energies for this coming week, please. Energies for this coming week. For the collective. The sun, excellent. So the sun is about shining the light in the darkness. It's about abundance. It's about new things coming around. New people, places, things, events coming around. We're taking 2, all right. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is about adaptation. When something new comes around, we have to adapt. A little bit too much noise. I had to pause for a sec. So 8 of Pentacles, anywho, that is about adaptation. It's about learning a new skill. It can be about education. And adaptation always goes with something new coming into our lives. whether we ask for it or not. And if it comes to us, we either ask for it or we needed it. I feel that we ask for it, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, that we ask for things. Sometimes we ask for things that happen that unconsciously, that we aren't exactly fond of. Those are for a reason. Because we have a higher self, and our higher self knows that there's a lesson in there. There's a takeaway in every situation, no matter how good or bad it feels. So if we want to be done with that situation, or done with that person, thing, we have to learn the lesson that's in there. All right, then we have the Four of Wands. So this is good. That's about creating a happy home and a happy family. I like these cards because there's a lot, the characters are looking up all of the time on pretty much anytime there's a face or a full-bodied human, they're looking up at the cosmos. I feel this is my gratitude deck. Then we have Justice. That's about balance. And for some things that are happening in our outer world, you may see some justice coming around. You may see some justice on a personal level. Now, it's not our place to wish karma on anybody. Karma is not a punishment. That's a human thing. Karma is not a punishment. It is the lessons that we learn. Karma, human beings turn that into karma because we were taught to come from a place of fear. Okay? Move this over a bit so I can make more room. Okay. So it's not our place to wish bad things on people or wish consequences on people. Believe me, we don't need to. People get their own consequences. We don't have to wish that on anybody. And it's not, I'll speak for myself, it's not my place to wish anything on anyone. I'm not saying I never have, because I'm human and I have. But it's not okay for me to do that. It's not my place. And then we have Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is about nostalgia, maybe things going back to normal a little bit for some of us. You know, in these readings, take what you need and leave the rest. In any reading, really. And then we have the Lovers. That's about heartfelt partnerships. That can be love, romance, but I think that the things that we're experiencing right now, again, in our outer world, are teaching us how to love better, how to love more, how to have empathy, how to have compassion for other people, no matter what they do. Everyone has a story. Even the worst of the worst has a story. Not an excuse, but a story. There's reasons why people turn out the way they turn out. Then we have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about betrayal, something being taken from you. Okay, I was just given the word afraid, the words afraid that something will be taken from you. Nine of Swords, wounded warrior, yeah, afraid that something's going to be taken. Wounded warrior, she's standing her ground. She's had enough. She's put her foot down. She's not going to take this anymore. Whatever it is, she's not going to do it anymore. She refuses to be a victim. It's easier to work through our lessons, to learn our lessons, if we can stop thinking in victim mode. Being a victim doesn't get anybody that much attention anymore anyway. Most people feel like a victim these days. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Schmoozer, romance, romantic, creative, maybe a little overly sensitive. That came up in one or two of last week's readings too. Maybe not taking things so personally. We shouldn't take things so personally. I mean, sometimes people do things to us to be mean to us specifically, but most of the time people are mean or rude or nasty, and it's not anything personal. It's something they have going on within their own lives. But remember that people like that, we draw them to us. Okay, and remember that blame and responsibility are two different things. Blame is, well, okay, you can blame me for baking a bad cake because the proper instructions were there and I just didn't pay attention. That would be blame. But taking responsibility is, okay, I was wrong. I could have done this differently. I apologize. That's taking responsibility. Okay? So, anywho, we have judgment. That's about our awakening, our ascension. Our ascension. Yeah, I know. I was going somewhere with that blame and responsibility thing. If it comes to me, I'll tell you. Ooh, lost that one. All right, and then we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about dissatisfaction. It's about paying attention to what is not there rather than an opportunity that's being handed to us, or even seeing the opportunity and saying, okay, that's not what I really want. And there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make us bad people. It makes us human. We're here to experience more and more. We're here to want more and more. Not just stay in the same spot doing the same things. We are meant to grow. We're meant to ascend. And then we have the King of Wands. Not afraid to step forward and take action. That is an advice card that we should get in the energy of that. With that passion. What is it that brings you joy? What is it that you're passionate about? Even if it's an anti this or an anti that, although, you know, it's really better to who said, Mother Teresa said, and I did hear this on The Secret, but it's true. Mother Teresa said, if you invite me to an anti-war rally, I won't come, but if you invite me to a peace rally, I'll come to that. So that's about focusing on what we want rather than the things that we don't want. Four of Cups. And then we have the Star. That's renewal, hope, faith, balance again, trust. Wish upon a star. Trust that whatever it is that's happening to you or around you, and I'm going to say that dorky thing, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, if we choose it to be so. Happening for us means we learn a lesson from it. Oh yeah, I was talking about blame versus responsibility. So responsibility would be, you know, letting go of ego, because fear comes from ego, or I'm not taking responsibility for that. That comes from ego. Even if we were involved in it. If we're involved in a situation, we have some type of responsibility somewhere. Maybe not for something bad that happens, but we have some type of responsibility, and that can work either way, for good or bad, right? So taking responsibility is letting go of ego and saying, okay, I drew this to me. What is it? Where's the nugget in this hay pod? Where's the nugget? What's the lesson? Takeaways. Seven of Wands is about having the vantage point. Not being superior, but standing above to have a vantage point. Just looking at things from a different perspective. If we could change the way that we think about things, including the things that feel bad to us, the entire world, if all of us could do that, the entire world would change so quickly for the better. And then we, speaking of the world, end of one cycle, beginning of another. We started with the sun, we're ending with the world. And we'll get you a very positive card. The sun, always positive no matter what. The world. Depends on who you are, but for the collective, that's going to be positive. All right, so let's get you... Oh, pardon me. Okay, here we go. Is this our pocket fairy? Yes, Pocket Oracle of the Fairies. Let me show you. For an oracle card. Okay, we have motivation. Where's our wands? King of Wands. Motivation. Wands are about taking action. Let's get a couple more. You can pick the one that calls to you. Journey. That's a big hair. My goodness. Celebration. All right, you guys. That is that for the weekly forecast. It sounds pretty good. All things considered, we shape our own realities. What reality? I have to ask myself, what reality do I want to live in? Right this minute. What do I point my focus towards? Because that is my reality. Our realities change all day, every day, even while we're sleeping. Our realities change. Our timelines change. There was a timeline shift. I don't know if I mentioned that. There was a timeline. I say there were three. I consider it three. Three timeline shifts. Yeah, shifts. Woohoo! Shifts. Shifts last week. Yeah. So if you've been feeling woozy or weird or disoriented or you feel like things are surreal, that's what that was. Lionsgate was Saturday. I did talk a tiny bit about that. It's an energetic portal. And it was basically it. And that energy can last. It depends on the person. Okay, everybody's got a different, well, it has to last this long or it has to last that long. That's not the way the laws of the universe work. They aren't linear, right? So, time's a man-made thing. Don't get me started. All right, you guys. I will see you in the funny papers.